Hey, Brian Wall here with worshiptutorials.com. One quick lesson, this really isn't even a lesson, it's more of just a point that I'd like to make about capos. So I've got a series of lessons on capos, what they are, how to use them, over at worshiptutorials.com, so head over there to check them out. But finally, what I'd like to add about capos is I've run into a lot of people who say if you use a capo, it's kind of like a crutch. So a real guitar player doesn't use a capo. A real guitar player knows all the chords, knows everything on the fretboard, and really a capo is just for people who are trying to cheat. I disagree with that, and here's why. Well, actually, I agree with it in a sense, and then I disagree with it in practice, and this is why. I believe a capo, especially for a worship leader, a capo is a tool that you can use to achieve the desired result that you're going for. Whether that result is playing a song using chord voicings that you like. So say you like the way key of G chords sound on your guitar and you play a lot of songs in the key of A or the key of B. Personally, that's where I kind of stand. So often I will play with a capo 2, use G chords, that's key of A. Often I will play capo 4 using key of G chords. That's G. Or that's B, rather. Now you can play open chords in A, open chords in B, to play those same songs. But I like the way key of G sounds. I like the sort of voicings I can do. I like the hammer-ons and pull-offs that I can do in that key. No problem using a capo, in my opinion. Second point there is, as a worship leader, I feel like worship leading is an interesting deal because one, you're playing music on an instrument, you're singing, you're leading in singing, and more importantly, though, you're leading people. And so it's important that you give yourself margin mentally or emotionally, however you want to think about it, to be able to watch people, to be able to read people, to be able to see where they are and understand how to lead them where you'd like them to go. Ultimately, all we want to do as a worship leader is reflect and worship our Heavenly Father. And if you're playing chords in a key that you're not comfortable in, and most of your mental energy is being spent, how do I play these chords and how do I sing this song at the same time, you're not leaving yourself a lot of margin to lead worship, which is the most important thing that you're doing. So I think capos are extremely useful because they allow you to play voicings that you like. Two, they make it easier to play the guitar so you can focus on other things. Now, if you're the lead guitar player in the band on electric guitar and you're using a capo on every song, that's a bit of a different story. Which brings me to the next point. If you're just starting out on guitar, and let's say you learned G, C, D, and E minor, and maybe an A minor for good measure, you can play a lot of worship songs. And if you know how to use a capo, you can play even more worship songs. And then if you learn how to transpose, you can play pretty much every worship song in the world. Now, if all you ever do is use your capo and move it around to play different songs, and you never bother to learn any other chords, how to play in any other keys, then I agree with the people that say capos are a crutch. But I think that's a rare case, because mostly what I think they are is a tool to be used to achieve a result that is good. So if you're one of those people, though, that you know chords in one key and you're using a capo all the time, let me encourage you to learn how to play chords in multiple keys. Head over to worshiptutorials.com. We've got lessons there on how to play chords in lots of different keys. We've got lessons on how to play chords with alternate voicings in lots of keys, which is a cool thing to be able to do. Learn how to use your capo to open up the fretboard, to open up kind of the world of playing chords in different voicings and keys, so that you can use it to achieve a result that you're going for, rather than you use it as a crutch because you don't know how to play certain things here or there. Those are my 2 cents, probably a little longer than it could have been, but that's why I believe capos are a good thing and not a crutch. So if you disagree with me, let me know. Tell me in the comments. If you do, let's get a little bit of a discussion going. Head over to worshiptutorials.com. We'll see you there.